It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And down he'll go at the 25. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. On play action, Winston sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Let him know. 30. 49 to mark. 49 to mark. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 49.
On 3rd down, Winston. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They go play action. Winston. Complete. It's Johnson. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Keep it up, keep it up. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
The tackle made by Tanner Muse. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Hey, check back, back 6, back 6. Go, go, go. Follow, follow, follow.
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 5.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And now they'll throw with Allen.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll lead here to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain there for the Bills.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks. Get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Allen off the play fake. Steps away. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot
The
here.
kick by Bass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Allen going to throw.
The 16-yard.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 27, Allen, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Allen now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Buffalo. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Allen again.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive?
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
49's the mic. Watch 49. It's going to be a long day. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw is Winston. Looking long for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Picks, baby. All day.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They run again with Breida. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Harris to return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram again.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Winston. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. To the air, Allen.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A run for Kamara on 1st down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing, Winston.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st down, here's Breida. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do...
And look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, Winston. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
A.J. Epinesa
In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fourth down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Being chased out left. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the 17-yard line.
Ingram again. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Winston. They'll roll him out right. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Tanner Muse with it.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.